So, good evening and welcome everyone to call number 2 of this book study of Body Whispering. Another amazing book by Dr. Dane here. We did part 1 of the book, A New Way to See, in the last call, and today we'll take part 2, A New Way to Be. Your body as a, your journey as a body whisperer has begun with the introduction of energy and consciousness. What if reawakening the connection with your own body is the catalyst for everything that follows? What if you were willing to know how the body uses pain and discomfort to communicate with us? What if you could lift the veil on the root cause of all disease? And with that awareness, you could bring a healing change to your own body and those you work with. What would be possible then? So, if you remember, this book has been written for all those people who are into some kind of body work, be it Reiki, chiropractic, or anything else, or if when you are just aware that you are a healer, you get awareness of your bodies. And this particular part 2 of the book gives a more insight about how the body communicates. So all that we call pain, illness, and discomfort of the body is actually body's way of communicating something to us. First, it tries to tell us those things with whispers, but when we don't choose to listen to our own bodies, then its voice gets louder but through pain and illness. So, are you willing to now listen to your own body? And if you are working with someone else's body, to their bodies as well. With this, we start chapter 3, listening and talking to your body. Take a moment to think about how your relationship with your body began way back in your early childhood. Specifically, recall how meal times were for you growing up. Who decided when you ate? Who decided what you ate? Who decided how much you ate? And if you are a grown up, also it's an opportunity to look at how we treat our own kids. Who decides when, what, and how much they eat, and who for us who used to decide that? Most of the times, the poor kids, they don't have a choice, where they can say that what they want to eat and how much they want to eat, and only when they are hungry they would like to eat, not at fixed times that this is so much on the clock and now they have to eat. Did your parents let you bypass your vegetables and head straight for dessert? What happened if you were full but you hadn't eaten everything? What happened if you were hungry outside meal times? Was food used as a reward for being good or a pacifier when you were being too much? Was clearing your plate taken as a mark of respect to your parents, while also being a sign of compassion to children around the world less fortunate than you? If you are nodding along to any of these, please know that you were not alone. So actually we have somewhere such a bad created such a bad relationship with food and our bodies that we tend now to either overeat, or we are like not eating nutritious food, not eating properly, and the effect is seen in our bodies. Either we are like putting on weight, or we are too thin, we don't have a good connection with as a per se food and our bodies. Why we stopped listening to our bodies? Because no one did anyone tell you that you could ask your body, जब भूख लगे तभी खाना. किसी ने नहीं बोला हमको बचपन में, टाइम हो गया है खाने का, खा लो. ये खाना चाहिए, इतना खाना चाहिए, इसलिए खा लो. So no one actually told us that there is a way in which we can communicate to our body, and actually we should honor our body. What it wants to eat, when it wants to eat, and how much it wants to eat, rather than just stuffing it with food or with right kind of food. Why we stopped listening to our bodies? Restrictions and rules around food are commonplace in most families. Usually, it is all very well meaning, but it is rare that someone stops to think about the message it sends to kids, which is pretty much this: listen to how other people think you should nourish your body, rather than trust that your body knows intuitively what nourishment it requires. So, what have been taught is that listen to your parents or someone else who knows better, that how, like, being of certain age, of certain body type, or certain like culture, how much you need to eat, and when do you want to eat, need to eat, and what you need to eat, which would be nourishing to your body. No one told us that we have to trust our bodies, and our body knows when to eat, how much to eat, and what will actually nourish it. Interestingly, without demands and expectations placed on them, children behave very differently around food. You will see that they graze, they will eat a little, and then they will go and play. Then they will come back. Then they will eat some more. And then they will go and play. And so on. The only thing that limits kids from this natural ebb and flow is the adults' rigid point of view that they have to do meal times and eating in a certain way. एक जगह बैठ के खाओ. पहले खाना फिनिश करो, फिर खेलो. या कहीं और जाओ. So that is what we push our own kids to do, and we have been pushed into doing. What if eating more than you need, or eating what your body has no interest in consuming, are just two of the ways you may have been practiced out of listening to what your body is trying to tell you? This is how we curb the communication from our body. We have suppressed our own body's communication with us. What if there were a dozen more? So this is one of the ways we have done it to our bodies, by not listening to what and when and how much it wants to eat. There are numerous other ways we have been abusing our bodies, or maybe more like 1,000 more. Who are you choosing for? Consider this. When you get dressed in the morning and you are there in front of your closet, selecting your outfit for the day, who are you choosing for? Are you choosing for you? So every morning when you dress up, you took out a dress to wear for the day. For whom are you choosing? What makes you choose a particular outfit to be worn on a day? Are you choosing for you, or are you choosing with others in mind? Do you factor in what other people will think of what you are wearing when you make your choice? Perhaps the people at work, or your partner, or your mom. And then do you get all caught up in what you think you should wear and disregard what you would like to wear? More specifically, do you disregard what your body would like to wear? Have you even considered the possibility that your body has a choice and it can be a different choice than your choice, your being's choice? So, do we ever even ask our bodies what would it like to wear today? More specifically, do you disregard what your body would like to wear? Because, yes, your body absolutely has a point of view about the clothes you put on it. We just never thought of asking. Why is that? Well, in exactly the same way that we grew up receiving messages about what food we should consume, we were also inundated with opinions and points of view about what clothes were acceptable and appropriate for us to wear. Think about it. Did you ever get a disapproving look from your parents for an outfit you chose as a teenager? And what about now? If you are like a lot of the people I know and work with, chances are you still get those side eyes or thinly veiled criticisms at family get togethers about your appearance. Oh, that's an interesting look, honey. Is that dress actually your size? How would you describe that color? Other people's unsolicited opinions are fired at us directly or indirectly every moment of the day. Think about the media. Those magazines and online articles are awash with advice about what to wear and what not to wear. What's hot this season, what's not. After any high profile award ceremony, you will find a dissection of the outfits worn on the red carpet. Some will be celebrated, others mocked. Why am I talking about all this? Well, think about all those judgments and points of views. Just about the garments we put on our bodies. We soak it all up and never once stop to ask what our bodies require. Your body's awareness doesn't end at matters relating to food and clothes. It also has awareness about the activities it will like to participate in, who it likes to be around, and who it desires to get intimate with. Whenever we keep the volume turned up on the judgments, points of views, and conclusions of others, and turn the volume down on our own bodies, we keep ourselves separate from its incredible and gentle awareness about everything. What does your body have to do to get your attention? So, your body is trying to communicate to you its choices, its preferences, but we just ignore it. We just shut it off all then. And then would the poor body do to actually get your attention, to get through to you? What will it do? Any idea? What happens when we don't listen to our bodies? Any idea? What happens when we don't listen to our
It
bodies?
will freeze. It will freeze, or it will be like go into cocoon kind of a situation.
And how does it scream? How does it shout? Listen to me, you
Yeah, it
moron.
will freeze. It will not react to as per your need that point of time.
Hmm. And it would shout also. It
Yeah,
will scream
yeah,
like a child when you don't
yeah.
pay it.
Pain and all is also a way, na? Discomfort and pain.
Exactly. Discomfort, pain, everything to get your attention. When you are separate from your body and out of practice with the energetic language it uses, It simply has to find another way to tell you what it needs to tell you. This is why the body creates stiffness, pain, and disease, all as a way of getting your attention, all as a way to communicate whatever awareness we are not listening to. Now, we are going to explore this a lot more as we go through the book, but just take a second to think about this. There is almost a sadness to it. Our bodies are so giving. Just think about what they do for us each and every day. They take us from A to B to Z. They digest food, fight bugs, circulate blood and oxygen. They are pretty much running the whole physical show. And here we are, so oblivious that it is got to the stage where pain and stiffness are the only ways they can reach out to us. And our bodies are our best companions, the only friend that would remain with us throughout this lifetime, and still the way we treat it. The amazing and world shifting news is that you can develop a relationship with your body today, starting right now if you choose. This relationship can be nurtured and built upon with ease, and the whole process will contribute to your life, your living, and your business and practice. So, are you all willing to begin that relationship with your body today? Are you ready to unlock some doors right now? Are you ready, guys? Yes, can I have some yes, please?
Yes.
Yes, great. Shall
Ma'am.
I use the clearing statement? It really is the quickest way I have ever found to change anything and everything. This one is focused on destroying and uncreating all those right and wrong points of views about what your body needs or desires. Here it is. Read it and notice the energy it conjures. Everything you have done to impose there is a right or wrong point of view about eating, about supplementation, about clothes, about all the other things that your body desires or doesn't. Whether it's an amount of sleep you have decided your body needs to have, whether it's a particular food it needs to eat. Will you destroy and uncreate it now, please? Yes? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, boys, bobats, and beyonds. Once more, let's do the clearing. With more presence this time, everything you have done to impose there is a right or wrong point of view about eating, about supplementation, about clothes, about all the other things that your body desires or doesn't. Whether it's an amount of sleep you have decided your body needs to have, whether it's a particular food it needs to eat, will you destroy and uncreate all those points of view now, please? Yes? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, boys, bobats, and beyonds. How was that? You might want to run it a couple of times and just notice what happens to the energy that comes up. Notice how it expands, as if more space appears around it. That is you clearing your limiting points of view. Go you. We can talk for hours and we will move forward. Or we can use the clearing statement and move mountains. So the clearing statement would actually move things so much more faster. Unconsciousness and anti-consciousness, the basis of all disease. Unconsciousness is akin to unawareness. It's how we live when we haven't realized our capacity for greatness and when we haven't recognized our capacity to see through the lies of the reality we have been sold. So, unconsciousness is where we don't know. We have not yet acknowledged how great are the capacities with our own bodies, and we haven't seen, like we have bought all those lies of this reality, that how much of which how much carbohydrate, how much fat, how much this vitamins, and what all your body requires. So we have bought all those lies of nutrition, supplementation, exercise, sleep, and all the other things about bodies. We are not ready or willing to see the full spectrum of possibilities that are available to us. So we have limited ourselves with those points of views that this reality has sold us. We have bought them as something which is fixed, which is the only truth. We live in a narrow way, governed and blinded by judgment. Now, then what is entire consciousness? That was unconsciousness. Now, entire consciousness is similar in the way that judgment is what fuels it. And it's similar in the way that the person doing entire consciousness is closed off to how incredible their life could be. But unlike unconsciousness, there is an element of choice involved. So, when you are unconscious, you have not just, you were unaware, you couldn't acknowledge, you didn't know, but then you were open to receive a different point of view, to make a different choice. When you are anti-conscious, you are like screwed to your judgment. Your belief system is so fixed that you do not even consider that there is another possibility available, that there is a choice out there. You are not willing to even choose something different than what you have been choosing. You are closed to opinions. It's akin to self-sabotage. Someone who is anti-conscious, for whatever reason, has made the decision to undo or step away from consciousness, even though they know on some level that doing so will limit them personally. It is important to note that anti-consciousness can also be directed at others. Again, it often gets fired in the form of judgments, and when you realize this, you will get wise to other people's judgments invading your world and your being. Gratefully, we can be armed and ready. So, entire consciousness would be like directed towards like one's own self. It would be about my own body, my choices, my in life, and other things. And like it will also be directed towards others. So if you have someone in your life who is continuously judging you, they are making you wrong for your choices, they are continuously invalidating you, yeah, they're putting you into doubts, they're critical of your choices, then that they are anti-conscious and they are projecting all those judgments towards you, which is affecting you, which you may be buying as true. They being elder to you, they being more considered more wise, they being as holding a definite like a position in the society. More accurately, we can be aware of anti consciousness, and that's where our power lies. When we are aware and conscious ourselves, we become impermeable to other people's judgments and general anti consciousness. And here's the great part, our bodies become a lot lighter and a lot healthier. and way happier. Pain, stiffness, disease, it's all a result of unconsciousness and anti-consciousness. When you start to get that, you can start using this awareness to create more space in your body and in the bodies of others. So everything this brought up, will you please now destroy and uncreate it all times apart salient. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and paw, all nine shorts, boys, bobats, and peons. Ready for the science bit? How science proves this? Ellipticals. Your cells, when they are healthy, are spherical in structure. So the cells are, the healthy cells in our body when we are born are spherical in structure. Spherical spheres, you all know, no? Circle. As spheres, like a ball, they are open and absorbent. So as spheres, they are open and can I request all of you to please keep yourselves muted. As spheres, they are open and absorbent. As spheres, they do what they need to do to keep us highly functioning and free from disease. And they do it well. In recent years, scientists have discovered that the spherical structure of a cell is jeopardized and changed by thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So the spherical structure is changed. It's like it's tampered with what? It changes with the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are projected on them. Our judgments and points of views can actually alter the energetic matrix of a cell from spherical to elliptical. And here's the key. An elliptical cell structure is, scientists say, the basis for disease. This includes stiffness, pain, and any other physical presentations, and any psychological presentations too. Do you get the magnitude of that? The judgments we harbor, whether they are ours or given to us, we'll go into that more deeply later in the book, actually get locked into our cells, into our bodies, and manifest as disease. So those judgments, those thoughts, feelings, and emotions, they get locked into the cells of our bodies, changes their shape to elliptical and causes disease. Judgment locks our bodies up. The good news is we have the keys to unlock our bodies and much more. Our remedy is always consciousness. So what is the key to unlocking the judgments in our bodies? The consciousness. With consciousness, you bring yourself and the people you work on to the awareness of something. And in taking away the element of judgment, you free them, literally free them for whatever has been holding them back. Shoulder pain, back pain, tiredness, lethargy, depression. The list is endless. In consciousness, dynamic changes occur. When you choose consciousness for you, you not only change your own life, but you also get to offer it as an option to the people you work with and on. So you can change the consciousness of your own body and that of the people whom you work on. When you couple consciousness with the clearing statement, your capacity to empower people to dissolve any unconsciousness and anti-consciousness that they have locked into their cells, their body, and their life is limitless. And one of the ways we unlock that entire consciousness from the body and those judgments from the body is through body work, including the access body processes. What happens when we do listen to our bodies? When you start listening and talking to bodies, your own and others, you move away from predicting, assuming, and judging what they require. You start listening with openness and without any fixed points of view or judgments. Your awareness accelerates. There is an easy alertness to how you are with people. So you get start receiving information from other people's bodies as they are with you. As you see their bodies, as you touch their bodies, just be with them. You start getting that awareness. You gain insights in a flash that talking and thinking may never have led you to. So your bodies have so much of awareness. They would communicate to you things that you cannot even imagine. But then you start getting that communication from your body. As your relationship with your body develops, you will undo so much that has been causing you pain and keeping you static. If you are a practicing healer, your clients will love coming to you because you will contribute in phenomenal ways to their life and living. And when you are that effective, word can't help but spread. Your clients will tell anyone who will listen how awesome you are and how they can schedule an appointment with you. In short, you become a beacon to the people around you, not just your clients, but also your family, your friends, and anyone you interact with. At Access, we realized a long time ago that consciousness is contagious. Let's use this to our advantage and create an epidemic of awareness. So, you choosing an Access class, you become that ambassador of consciousness. You become that catalyst of change. Are you ready to reawaken your natural connection to every molecule around you? To listen with more and more ease and to unlock doors that have been closed and cemented up for years? Are you willing to open up those doors of possibilities, of awareness, of consciousness, of change? Get this, you are already on the path. Just by reading this book and being open to the ideas within it, you are on your way. Ready to go further? So, congratulate yourself, acknowledge yourself for coming this far, for choosing this, and then choose. Choose to go further. You and your body, developing a communion. What would it look like if we had total communion with our body? Yeah, so we are just like we are uh, able to listen to our bodies and the bodies listen to us. When we listen to our bodies, it would just do anything. It's our most loyal pet. So it will just do whatever you will ask it to do. Yeah. So are you willing to develop that communion with your own body? For me, the word communion speaks of a sense of connection, which is why I have chosen it here. We are honing and developing that natural and beautiful communion between you, the me, the being, and your physical self, your body. Developing a communion with your body begins with asking your body questions and doing so from an open and present place, and then listening. Sound easy? Sound hard? wait, in some way, could you know all this already? Are you already aware of this? Are you already doing it? Have you unlearned it at some point of time? Have you discounted it? Have you not acknowledged it? Is this old news or new news which somehow feels familiar, like pieces of a puzzle falling into place? Could it be possible that you have always known that your body has consciousness and today is the day you can become truly aware of it? Our starting point is asking our body about everything that concerns it, from the food it eats, to the clothes it wears, to the people it gets intimate with. Are you thinking, so where am I in all of this? You, alert and conscious reader, are an infinite being. You just happen to take form in this particular body or vehicle you occupy right now. I'll read this statements again. You, alert and conscious reader, are an infinite being. You just happen to take form in this particular body or vehicle you occupy right now. If I can be blunt about it, long after your body expires, after it is in the ground or turned to ashes, you, the being, will continue. Recognizing that you are an infinite being is crucial to developing the communion you can have with your body. But acknowledging this is sometimes not easy. Let's explore it a little more. Now, there are 3 steps to developing a communion with your body. So, if you are doing something, if you are driving, if you are in the midst of cutting vegetables or cooking food or something, I would invite you to take some moments to just be with yourself, sit down, just be present with your body as we read this, and we may do some exercise as we read along. Put your videos on so that I can see you. I can be present with your bodies. I can facilitate your bodies. I would love to see you all. Thank you. Thank you for putting on your videos. Thank you so much. So, step 1, understanding that you are infinite. I would like to share an exercise with you, which is wonderful for getting the sense of this concept of you being an infinite being. Some of you might have already done this exercise as part of some other program, or as a part of the foundation class or somewhere else, and it's good to do it every now and then to again get back into that awareness, being more present, being more aware with our own bodies. Yeah. I recommend you read it through a couple of times, then take a moment to try it yourself. Then, as you're doing it along with me, I'll guide you through. You can sit down and close your eyes. Close your eyes if you like. You can keep them open if need be. And now, begin by expanding yourselves 100 miles out in all directions. So get present to the outer boundaries of your being and then expand. Expand your being 100 miles out in all directions. It's not your physical body that is expanding, it's your energy, your being that is expanding. Expand your being out in all directions, 100 miles. Notice that you can do that easily and quickly. It's just an ask, it's a request. You ask for it and it's boom, you're being expanded. When you are there, go a further 100 miles in all directions. Expand further 100 miles in all directions. Up, down, sideways, front, back, everywhere. Expand. Notice that you can. Notice how you can be where you choose to be. Next, go 1000 miles past that in all directions. Notice you are there too. Now go 100,000 miles in all directions. And now see how infinite you are. How was that? Oftentimes, that exercise results in a beautiful, big, deep breath as you, at last, occupy that the space you would like to occupy as a being. So, most of the times, we have contracted ourselves so much. We have made ourselves so finite, so limited to our small bodies that we feel suffocated. We feel claustrophobic. And when we just expand and occupy all that space that is available to us as infinite being, suddenly we feel light, expansive. The anxiousness starts going away. You feel more of you. How does it feel to you guys? Is everyone good? Does was everyone able to do this? Yes. Yes, Sachin. Yeah? Okay, great. Yes. For some of you, this might be the first time you have realized you have that capacity. For others, it might have been the 1000th time. If you are anything like me, it never gets any less awesome. So every time you do it, even if it is for the 1000th time you are doing it, every time you do it, it's so wonderful. It's so awesome. If I have to ask, if a being can go out and be that expansive, travel so far in an instant, be that big, could it ever fit inside of a physical body the size of yours? I think not. So if your being is so huge, so infinite, do you think it can fit in this small body? No, it cannot. The notion that we start and end in our physical bodies is one of the most limiting beliefs we are sold. And the worst part is that in thinking we are only as big or small as our bodies, we resent having one because we know somewhere in us that we are huge, yet we keep pretending that we are not. So there are two lies that we have been sold so brilliantly and we have bought it. The first lie is that we have a birth date and an expiry date. We are born on a certain date and we'll die. There is an expiry date where the death. But then that birth date and expiry date is only for our bodies. We are infinite beings. We are eternal. We continue even when after our body chooses to expire, chooses to shut down, right? So the first lie. The second lie is that our presence is limited to this small body of ours. And then we feel constricted. We never acknowledge our greatness. We are like, our choices are limited. We are always frustrated with ourselves. So because somewhere deep down, we know that we are infinite, we have so much more capacities. So once we acknowledge that we are not limited to our bodies, we are not as big as our bodies, we are much, much, much more huge, much more bigger than our bodies. We can expand out, we can expand our awareness to places where the places we have not visited. We can go into multiverses. That's where our power lies. All the points of view that you bought, that you are actually limited by your body, rather than you can have the amazingly large space that you as an infinite being are, and still have your body. Will you destroy and create it, please? Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, or nine shorts, boys, bets, and beyond. So, as an infinite being, we have a body. We have chosen this body as a vehicle for this lifetime. So, we are not our bodies, we have a body. And we are not inside our bodies, but our bodies are inside of us. Are you all with me so far? So all the points of views that you bought, that you are actually limited by your body, rather than you can have the amazingly large space that you as an infinite being are, and still have your body. Will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. Then the third line, that if you want to be actually infinite and eternal and tap into that awareness of your being, that you have to either disregard your body, or make your body small, make your body insignificant, like make it, take it for granted, and that is another lie. No, your body has a crucial role to play in your awareness, in your evolution. And so we have to, it's better that we honor our bodies. We treat it with respect, with trust, with the gratitude that it truly deserves, not considering it as a lesser one. So everything you have done to pretend that you are only this big, which is an invalidation of your being, which also causes you to resent your body and be angry with your body, as though it's your body's fault that you chose to pretend you are only this big. Will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, boys, bats, and peons. So when you acknowledge that you are not limited by the size of your body, and still you can take advantage of this beautiful companion that you have come with this body, then actually your anger for your body goes away. You become more grateful, more in communion with your body, honoring it, trusting it, and still not being afraid that that is the only way that you would survive if you can save your body. So everything you have done to pretend that you are only this big, which is an invalidation of your being, which also causes you to resent your body and be angry with your body, as though it's your body's fault that you chose to pretend you are only this big. Will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, or nine shorts, boys, bats, and peons. Run those clearings and take a beautiful deep breath. So take a deep breath in and breathe out all the unconsciousness and entire consciousness that is ready to be released now. You are infinite and as big as you want to be. You have instant access to an astonishing sense of space, the kind of openness that allows you to breathe easily and freely. You can ask to be that space in any moment of any day. What does this mean for your body? When you play with the idea that your body is your vehicle for this lifetime, you still get to have a connection to it. But the space of your being is no longer limited by it. So consider that you have a car, your vehicle that you use to go to work, to go to do certain things, to go certain places. So take a ride in your car, but then you are not limited by the size of your car, by the color of your car, like by anything, by any of that. You are like you are taking all the contribution you stay from the car. You are being a contribution to your vehicle, and same is with your body. You can lose any underlying resentments you had toward your body when you felt captive in it. And from that space of your being, you can contribute to your body in phenomenal ways. How? Well, what if you could reach out right now across the planet? You did it a couple of minutes ago. Yeah. So you can just expand and reach places anywhere across the planet and beyond. You can do it whenever you choose. It might seem like a bizarre concept at first, but if you could reach all the way across the planet and tap into every mountain, every tree, every stream, every river, every ocean, every bird, what would that be like? How much peace would it bring your body? How much vitality, strength, and healing would that bring to your body? And what if you were to access all of that while you were working on people's bodies? What would be possible then? And what if you would when you would be able to invite that possibility for other people's bodies? How beautiful would that be? Step 2. So step 1, all of you clear? Step 1 was understanding that you are an infinite. That like we did an exercise to expand and access our infiniteness, and you can keep doing it. That was step 1. Now step 2, start asking, start listening. So once you accept that you are an infinite being in a temporary physical body, a body which is conscious and aware and would like to be in harmony with you, you get closer to the idea that your body eats. You as a being don't eat. So you as the energy, space, and consciousness, you don't eat. Your body eats. Yeah. Your body wants to be in communion with your being, but then your body eats. You as a being don't eat. Your body wears clothes. You as a being don't wear clothes. Your body has sex. You as a being don't. Well, hopefully you are there too. So you as a being are present in during all these activities. But then your body is actually having those experiences. This might feel a lot to take in. Don't worry. Don't judge yourself if it is not feeling light or right for you just yet. If you can begin to contemplate the idea that your body has its own points of view, which so far you may not have asked for now, that is awesome. So, if you and your body are two different entities in communion who want to be in communion, who want to be in harmony, actually both have different choices. Both of them have different points of views. But then so far, we have been imposing our being's point of view on our bodies. Are you willing to now listen to your body's point of view also? If you would like more clarity with it, run this. Everything that doesn't allow you to begin to ask your body for everything that concerns it, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Again, everything that doesn't allow you to begin to ask your body for everything that concerns it. Will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, or nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. When it comes to asking your body what it requires, I recommend you start with something really simple, such as food. Remember, your body eats, you don't. So it makes sense to inquire. So now this is because we haven't done it all our lives. We haven't ever talked to our bodies. It takes some practice, a muscle that we have to build to start getting communication from our body, to start listening to our bodies. So you'll have to be a little more patient with your body as you do it. The simplest thing to start with is asking your body what it would like to eat, rather than like just putting everything that we think it should eat into our bodies. Let's say you are at breakfast, or right now some of you might be at dinner after this call. You are in your house and you walk into the kitchen, and instead of automatically reaching for your usual breakfast item, what if instead you take a moment to ask? So what we do, we work on autopilot. So रोज सुबह मैं इतने बजे चाय पीती हूँ और 2 मैरी बिस्किट खाती हूँ. So I'll just go make, like, without even asking your body, would you like to have tea today? Would you like to have ginger tea, elaichi tea? Would you like to have instant coffee? Would you like to have green tea? Would you like not like to have anything today morning? Just hot water or cold water or anything. So what if you could just start asking your body? Be more present and ask your body. Body, what would you like to eat? Then be open, be present, and listen. So shut up. After asking once, shut up and listen to your body. How it moves, how it behaves, what it shows, where it goes. Where is your first upper glance kahan ja raha hai? What does, like, something which you had never, not even noticed, that you suddenly notice that ye bhi hai mere to kitchen mein, है ना, जो मैंने नहीं देखा था. So be present. Again, ask again, body, what would you like to eat? What do you sense? What are you picking up? Your body might want eggs or bacon or cheese or fruit or all of the above or none of the above. Your body might not be hungry yet. It may not want to eat anything as of now. You don't have to autopilot eat because it's a conventional or accepted meal time. And you don't have to restrict yourself to traditional breakfast items either. What if your body would like that leftover pasta or ice cream, or pasta and then ice cream? Would it be okay to give that to your body at 8 a.m. in the morning? There's only one way to find out, and there are no rights and wrongs, no wrongs here, only interesting choices. And put pasta and ice cream, and cold pasta and ice cream is definitely an interesting breakfast choice. Don't expect yourself to get it right or perfect immediately. So, as I said, you may not get it right and perfect immediately. You will have to be patient. You'll have to try it out. Imagine you wanted to go from having never run a day in your life to participating in a marathon. Would you just get up and run 27 miles, or would you practice first? It's the same here, only it's a lot easier. It's through practice that you will start to pick up the energetic insistence your body has. Next, try it with clothes. When you are starting the day, stand in front of your closet and say, Body, what would you like to wear today? Again, be present, be open, and listen. You might find that what your body wants to wear is the last thing you would have chosen to wear if you hadn't asked. You might find yourself reaching out into some dark corner of your closet for something you haven't worn in years. And when you put it on and look in the mirror, it lights you up. It lights your body up. Why? Because that's the thing your body wants to wear. Similarly, you ask questions to the body. Body, who would you like to have sex with? What would you like to do today? What kind of movement would you like to do? Is it times to start having fun, breathing new life into this connection? So, are you willing to have fun doing all of this? And that completes step 2. We have one more step to go. Do you guys want to continue with one more step? It's it's a short step and then we'll break for the day. Are you all good to be with me for 5 more minutes?
Yes, yes.
Yes? Okay. So, step 3, be patient. Yeah, be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself. Have you ever had a really good friend, one who you felt a deep and joyful connection with? One of those friendships where you can totally be who you are. No masks, no playing a part that doesn't suit you. You just get to be you. If you were to lose touch with that friend, imagine reconnecting. Imagine calling them up and the years and the distance just melting away and feeling connected again to someone who was such a contribution to you. It might happen instantly or it might take a little warming up. And it's the same with your body. So, your body is this amazing, beautiful friend of yours. But then you have lost connection with your body for so many years. It may take a little time before you warm up and again experience that closeness, that kinship with your body. The time and effort to start to rebuild the connection is so minimal compared to the phenomenal results and rewards you will receive. And when you take these tools into the way you practice, you can expect to create an unimaginable change. If you pass the 3 steps we just explored on to your clients, they will start to create a connection with their bodies. So these simple steps, if you start passing them on to them, before you give them a session, if you just connect with their bodies, start talking to their bodies, start requesting them, start asking the questions and listening to their bodies, it would just create amazing results. You can guide your clients as they bring their body back into the fold of their life and their living, allowing you to facilitate incredible healing and change for them. My beautiful friends, the adventure has truly begun. Are you ready to commit to building a communion with your body? For the next 3 days, would you be willing to ask your body for its point of view about everything that concerns it? So, please, for the next 3 days, carry out these 3 steps. Be aware that you are an infinite being. start communicating with your body. Start asking your body questions about all those things that it concerns it, and start listening to it. Bodies will bring you money. Bodies will bring you so many different things that you enjoy if you could just listen to it. Can you acknowledge that your body knows what it requires and what it desires? The beautiful thing here is that your relationship with your body is a natural part of you, and you are simply reawakening it. So it was so natural to you when you were born till the age of 2 or 3, when you started communicating, and then your parents, your everyone around you started selling you all those shitty points of views about your body. Before that, you had total communion. Are you willing to have that relationship again? Soon enough, you will be listening and talking to your body without thinking about it. So it would start happening naturally, and wondering how the two of you ever lost touch. So, are you willing to take this journey of rebuilding your connection with your body, having total communion with it? So, we have these amazing body processes in Access that do the same thing. They bring up the awareness of your bodies, they unlock judgments from the bodies, which activates the self-healing process of the body. It makes you feel like it makes you look younger. It just re-energizes your body. And there are other ways that these clearings work phenomenally well. And as you must be aware that there is, like, Gary Douglas is coming to India in August for his advanced body class. And I have taken this class months before, and I know that your body just changes. Your touch changes. Everything changes with your body after this beautiful class. So choose what you can with your bodies. Any questions before we close the call for today? Hi, Nita. So good to see you.
Hi, Tasneem. So good to see you too. Thank you so much for contributing so much. Learned a lot today.
Yeah, it's an amazing book and so simply put by Dr. Dane here.
Actually, I've experienced this, that I think after I did the foundation with you, I was asking my body questions of what it would like to wear. And I remember I ended up kind of taking clothes, पता नहीं कहाँ से निकाल के मैंने कुछ 2-3 बार ऐसा हुआ. And then I saw that the
तो हम भूल चुके थे
combination
कि थे भी हमारे पास, वो बाहर आने लगते हैं.
exactly, and I realized that I tried some very weird combinations and ended up looking very good. And I really believe it was like guidance that I got from my body.
Yes. So your body would take you to places. It would make you meet people whom it loves to be with. So, it can do amazing things.
And it also guides you about people you need to stay away from. Very interestingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are afraid.
Yeah.
So bodies are not considered to be spiritual, no? Materialistic, physical. But then they play such a huge part in our process of evolution.
Yeah.
The spirit evolution while we are in bodies is considered to be much, much more faster. And we can achieve things we can never, we may take thousands and thousands of years when we are not in our bodies. So it's a gift that we are in bodies. If we could honor our bodies and take advantage of that communion that we can have. Okay, so thank you everyone for coming on this call. Please practice the 3 steps and create magic and do share with us in the next call. I'll see you again, most probably on Friday. We'll keep you posted on the group. Bye bye and good night.
Thank you, Tasneem. Bye bye. Good night.
Thank you.